You've been present for half the meetings that preceded the busted operations. You're not a suspect specifically, but you're a possibility, one of 24 people who had access to compromised information. The specialist interviews you in a room that smells like cigarettes and fear, a basement office with no windows and one door. He asks questions designed to trip you up, watches your eyes and hands for signs of deception. Let's silence a stretch until you feel compelled to fill them. You've been trained for this by Martinez. She prepared you for exactly this scenario, rehearsed answers, and taught you to control your breathing, showed you how to lie with your entire body. Your posture, your expression, the rhythm of your speech. You use everything she taught you. You become the confused, loyal worker who can't imagine betraying the organization. You pass. He moves on to the next name. But he's not satisfied. The leaks continue. Too many to be coincidence, too precise to be bad luck. The specialist expands his methods, starts surveilling people outside of work hours, checking phone records and financial histories, looking for lifestyle changes that suggest income from other sources. He's building profiles on everyone who had access to compromised information. He's getting closer. You can feel him getting closer, the way you can feel a storm approaching. Martinez accelerates the timeline. They need to move before you're discovered, need to make arrests that justify your extraction. The next 3 months are a blur of urgent meetings and crucial intelligence and the constant awareness that you're running out of time. You're sleeping 4 hours a night. You've lost 20 pounds. Your mother asks if you're okay, and you tell her you're fine, and the lie feels like poison in your throat. The raids happen on a Tuesday morning. Coordinated strikes across 3 states, dozens arrested, millions in product and cash seized. Ruiz is caught at a hotel in Tucson. Delgado is arrested at his daughter's quinceañera, led away in handcuffs while children watch. It's the biggest bust in Arizona history, and you made it possible, and nobody knows except the people who will never tell. They extract you that night. Black SUV, agents you've never met, a drive to an airfield where a plane is waiting. Your mother is already there, confused but compliant, told only that her son is in danger and they need to leave immediately. You hold her hand as the plane takes off, watch Arizona disappear beneath you, understand that you'll never see home again. Witness protection assigns you to a city in the Midwest. New names, you're Michael now, and your mother is Barbara, identities created from scratch by people who do this professionally. New history, new social security numbers, new driver's licenses with photos taken in the back of a government van. You're given a modest apartment, a small relocation stipend, a handler who checks on you weekly at first, then monthly, then quarterly as the years pass and the threat level decreases. You get a job at a warehouse, different warehouse, same work. Your mother's cancer stays in remission, monitored by doctors who don't know her real name. Life continues, smaller and quieter than before. You go to work, you come home. You watch television and eat dinner alone in an apartment that doesn't feel like home and might never feel like home. The adrenaline that sustained you for 5 years is gone, replaced by an emptiness you don't have words for. You watch the trial on television. Ruiz, Delgado, dozens of others, all facing charges built on evidence you provided. The prosecutors describe a sophisticated intelligence operation without naming the source. None of them know it was you. They think the leak was someone higher up, someone who made a deal after the arrests, someone whose name appears in sealed documents. Let them think that. Let them hunt a ghost while you disappear into a city they'll never search. Your mother dies in year 7. Natural causes, the doctors say. Her heart, weakened by the chemo that saved her from cancer. You bury her under a name that wasn't hers, in a cemetery where no one from your old life will ever visit. You stand by the grave alone, this woman who never knew what her son did, who thought you turned your life around when really you just traded one kind of crime for another. You're 36 years old. You've been Michael for 2 years, lived in this city where no one knows you, worked at a warehouse where no one asks about your past. The cartel you helped dismantle has reformed under new leadership, the same product flowing through different hands. Nothing you did changed the fundamental equation. You just subtracted some variables and watched new ones take their place. But you're alive. That's something. Your mother died in her own bed, not in a hospital she couldn't afford, not worrying about bills you couldn't pay. You gave her 7 extra years. You gave her peace at the end. The math doesn't balance, nothing balances, but it's the math you chose, and you have to live with the equation. You still look over your shoulder. Every day, in every crowd, you scan faces for recognition. You still check license plates in parking lots, notice cars that pass by more than once, keep a bag packed in case you need to run again. The fear never fully leaves. It's become part of you, written into your nervous system, a permanent state of alertness that exhausts you but keeps you alive. The fear is the tax on survival, the price of the choices you made in that holding cell when you were 29 and facing 15 years and couldn't see any other way out. You were the cartel's snitch. You're nobody now. That was the point. Nobody is safe. Nobody is invisible. Nobody can disappear into a crowd and never be found. You became nobody. That's how you survived. That's a wrap. The story is fiction, but cartel informants are real. Right now, in cities across America, men and women are feeding information to agencies while pretending to be loyal employees, trading intelligence for immunity, living double lives that could end at any moment. The organizations never stop hunting for rats. The agencies never stop recruiting them. The war continues on both sides. If this made you think, drop a comment. Subscribe for more.